Ladies and gentlemen, we are here with the final week in the regular season of SPL VGC. My name is CBAD, coach of the Detroit Steel Wings, and we're joined by my assistant coach, Riza, today. I am a little bit mixed feelings on a VGC draft league. You know, I don't know if I've had like the good time, the bad time, the middle time, but I definitely need to grow as a VGC draft player, and I'm looking forward to the next singles draft league that I'll bring over here to the channel. So I hope you guys are excited. If you guys are excited for today's battle and more draft league content coming your way later next month, definitely do subscribe. Leave a like, of course, goes a long way in helping out the channel. There will be some text floating somewhere on screen in post-production if you guys want to hop right on ahead to the battle. I always recommend you guys watch the team builder so you guys know what I'm bringing and why I'm bringing it, because we've got a team that I am committed to making work today. And I hope it does. I hope it does just that. We're going up against Tone. Tone's got a pretty scary team. A lot of very good threats in VGC. Just strong mon, well-rounded team. I'm really looking forward to it. And we're going to start to break down those teams. I think we've got the 6 to take them on as always. So you guys are going to start to see those teams appear on screen right about now. My opponent has a team that consists of Ogerpon, Hearthflame, Mienshao, Thwackey, Salamence, Tyranitar, Excadrill, Gardevoir, Kilowattrel, Clawitzer, and Dusknoir. Some things to note about my opponent's team is that Fluttermane outspeeds everything. He's got a very big ice weakness across the board. Clawitzer is really the only thing that really wants to take that on. Unfortunately for me, I don't have that. I like stab ice coverage, so we can hopefully take advantage a little bit of the fairy weakness that's there. We've got some good physical offense as well this week. Kicking things off is not Fluttermane. It is Big Papa the Hariyama. Now, he's holding his Flame Orb with the Guts ability. Fake Out, Rock Slide, Knockoff in close combat. We have 212 EVs in attack, 116 in defense, 180 in special defense with a Brave Nature. We are running 0 IVs. This is in hopes to underspeed absolutely everything. If he does end up bringing Dusknoir, Dusknoir is the only thing that can underspeed Hariyama and Trick Room. It has base 45. Any like room service Pokemon could potentially do that as well, but other than absolute base 0 speed Dusknoir showing up, we underspeed everything, which is great. Fake Out is great just to be able to kind of delay the turns and set up for a Trick Room. Rock Slide goes really nicely into the team. It's dual cover, or it's a spread move, so it's going to hit Kilowattrel, Ogerpon, Salamence super effectively. Gardevoir, Thwackey for neutral damage, Clawitzer and Dusknoir for neutral damage. Knockoff is great for removing items. Being able to get super effective damage off on the Dusknoir as well could be nice. And then close combat just hits really, really hard if it's not resisted. I mean, Salamence is going to take it. Gardevoir is going to take it. Dusknoir is going to take it, obviously, because it's a ghost type, but I hope this pans out well. 212 attack with a Brave Nature. Once we are burned, we are able to go for some higher. We've got more of a chance to OHKO some common threats like Ogerpon and things like that under Trick Room. 180 in special defense with no HP investment. We are 3-hit KO'd by Moonblast from Scarf Gardevoir, and then the rest is in defense just to give us a little bit more bulk and longevity. We're running Terra Water a little bit more defensively this week in case it is something like, you know, if we do need to resist like Ivy Cudgel from the Ogerpon, if we do need to kind of, I didn't want to go Terra Grass for like Excadrill, Terra Water to help out, just make us a little bit more bulky and take some of those super effective hits from that can be dished out a little bit better. In order to set up the Trick Room, we are bringing Danny Phantom this week. Now, he's holding a Focus Sash with the Protosenses ability, Dazzling Gleam, Power Gem, Protect, and Trick Room. We're running Terra Water, again, just defensively to make us a little bit more bulky across the board. Max investment in HP and special attack, 4 in defense, 0 IVs in attack and speed with a Quiet Nature. With this, we are underspeeding about everything, unless it is a min speed. So we're outspeeding max speed Tyranitar outside of Trick Room, so Tyranitar will underspeed us. But other than that, like Gardevoir, Thwackey, Excadrill, any of those mons with a little bit of speed investment, we're actually able to underspeed in Trick Room, which is nice. Focus Sash helps us get up our Trick Room, and paired with when we lead Hariyama and Fluttermane, we can go for the Fake Out into the Trick Room. Dazzling Gleam does really great into his side of the field, and for the mons that resisted, like Ogerpon, Power Gem is there to get some super effective damage off. Also grabs some good damage on things like Kilowattrel, Salamence, if it is, you know, a little bit more bulky. We can go for the single target move. Can't touch Excadrill too much, which is fine. I didn't want to pack Mystical Fire for that. I wanted to bring the Protect to kind of scout for things, but that's going to be it for Danny Phantom. Next up, we are bringing Atlas the Torterra. He's rocking a White Herb with the Shell Armor ability, Shell Smash, Rock Slide, Earthquake, and Heavy Slam. We have max investment in HP, 84 in special defense, 172 in speed, with an Adamant Nature just to give us that nature bump from our attack stat, 109 base attack. With 172 speed in Trick Room, we are underspeeding. We hit 98, so we're underspeeding the entirety of the team aside from Min Speed, Tyranitar, Clawitzer, and Dusknoir. After a Shell Smash, we are actually outpacing, I believe, the entirety of the team up to Kilowattrel there after a Shell Smash. Rock Slide, same commentary as Hariyama. It does great damage. It's a good spread move, 30% chance to flinch. Earthquake is great, rocking a lot of Protect this week, so we're able to kind of mitigate some of those, go for a strong ground type move. If he does bring Thwacky and sets the grassy terrain, so be it. Then Heavy Slam is nice. Torterra's a big guy. Heavy Slam was just like a good kind of middle ground move to bring on there. Next up, pairing with this, I'm going to do it this week. I'm going to click the button. I'm going to make Kyle A proud. We have Wintergreen the Latios. He is holding his Covert Cloak with the Levitate ability, Terra Steel, Draco Meteor, Flip Turn, Simple Beam, and Tailwind. We have max investment in HP and speed, 4 in special attack with a timid nature. Draco is great burst damage on 130 base special attack. Max speed does allow us to speed tie with Ogerpon and outspeed everything else on Tone's side of the field except for the Kilowattrel. Max HP just gives us a little bit more bulk. Flip Turn is nice to hop on out of there. Tailwind is good for speed control if we don't feel like setting up the Trick Room. Simple Beam is to allow us to Simple Beam into Torterra, go for a Shell Smash, and get +4 attack, defense, and speed, and hopefully do something from there. I'm going to make Kyle A proud this week, damn it. Next up, in order to help out with some of these sets, is going to be Tinkerbell the Clefairy, and she is holding her Eviolite with the Friend Guard ability. Follow Me, Life Dew, Icy Wind, and Protect. Max investment in HP and defense, 4 in special defense with a bold nature. Follow Me is great for the redirection on the single targets to help get up Trick Room. It is also great for help setting out Tailwind, for help setting up a Shell Smash with Torterra, things like that. Life Dew is great recovery and all of our Pokemon. Icy Wind, good for some speed control if we don't yet have the room or the Tailwind up. We can go for that, and then Protect does protect things from there. We're running Terra Dragon just because Terra Fairy already kind of holds on really nicely into a lot of Tone's side of the field. Terra Dragon just giving us those resistances to a lot of the common elements, things from Kilowattrel, from Ogerpon, things along those lines. Last but certainly not least, we are bringing the Farmer the Gyarados. He is holding his leftovers with the Intimidate ability, Dragon Dance, Earthquake, Waterfall, and Protect, 172 EVs in HP, 76 in attack, 68 in defense, 4 in special defense, 188 in speed with an Adamant Nature. With this spread at +1, we are outspeeding the entirety of Tone's team. 172 in HP, we talked about it a few weeks back. That's going to give us the most optimal leftovers HP. 76 in attack is going to be, with the Adamant Nature, is going to allow us to pick up some good KOs at +1. 68 in defense, and the 4 in special defense just to kind of round out the remaining bulk that we have on there. This is another subject for Simple Beam, especially because Intimidate only pops once. We are able to go on ahead and get the Simple Beam off, go for a +2 Dragon Dance, getting in the +2 in attack and speed. Going for Earthquake, going for Waterfall, things along those lines. Doing protect things. Terra Grass for a defensive pivot in case of Kilowattrel gets out of hand. For rock moves from Tyranitar, things along those lines. So that is going to be the team. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below, and I'll see you guys at the battle. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here with the final week in SPL VGC. My name is CBAD, coach of the Detroit Steelwings. You guys can see the 6 that I am bringing on screen right now. Leave a like if you guys are excited. Subscribe for more Pokemon Draft League content. We're going to hop right into team preview and see what we got. All right, so we got the Ogerpon, Mienshao, Excadrill, Tyranitar, Kilowattrel, and Gardevoir. We did find out that Ogerpon is Terra Fire, of course, Mienshao, Terra Steel, T-Tar Fairy, Excadrill Stellar, Gardevoir Grass, and Kilowattrel Stellar. So I do like the idea of leading off with Hariyama and with Fluttermane to get the Trick Room up. Very, very fast team. In the back, I don't hate the idea of, let's see, maybe Clefairy and Gyarados for the Intimidate support. Could be, so I'm thinking probably Telepathy Gardevoir and competitive Kilowattrel. Mienshao could be, Mienshao gets Inner Focus, doesn't it? I should be careful about that. Yes, it does get Inner Focus, so I want to flinch as much as I want to flinch old Mienshao right off rip. I'll need to be careful about that. So I'll need to target down the other Pokemon with Hariyama, but we should be able to get Trick Room up, which will be nice. No Dusknoir, so in theory, Hariyama underspeeds everything. And no Terra Ghosts means that close combat just kind of lights off. So I'm excited for the matchup. I think it's a really, really solid team. I love Sandcores. I love Ogerpon. Ogerpon was one of the first mons that I used in my return to Draft League. So very excited for this matchup. Let's see what we got cooking here. Yeah, I will say Mienshao probably has Inner Focus. Kilowattrel and Excadrill. Okay. Kilowattrel, Excadrill. Let me get my team here. Okay. I'm just gonna go for a fake out into the Excadrill here. And I'll go for a Trick Room with Flutter Mane. Get my game audio going so I can hear these effects if I need to. The double Stellar lead, too. Okay. Excadrill has Protect. Okay. Fine by me. Kilowattrel sets Tailwind. Perfect. So we'll be able to get a beautiful Trick Room up turn 1. I think that is a best case scenario here. I'm going to go for the CC into Excadrill and pair it with a Dazzling Gleam from Flutter Mane here. Let's go for that and see what happens. I think that's a really, really good start to the game. Because now, if Tyranitar does want to come out, we will most certainly underspeed it in Trick Room with Flutter Mane. I think Excadrill probably wants to stay intact, but if it is Sash, Close Combat and Dazzling Gleam will hurt it. Dazzling Gleam will hurt the Kilowattrel as well. We're max special attack on this, so... Yeah, Dazzling Gleam doing a little bit over half. So, could have went for a Power Gem into that. We'll see what Kilowattrel wants to do. The unfortunate part about Tailwind is you can't turn off Tailwind. Like, you can re-Trick Room to turn it off, but you can't turn off Tailwind. All right, Hariyama KO's Excadrill with CC. So how much is Dazzling Gleam doing to this? 80 to 94. Little invested. Okay. What do you got? Citrus Berry? Okay. Just the Air Slash and a Hariyama. Not bad. We got a good amount of special defensive investment on there to be able to take that. Good information. So Sandsweeper is gone, which is great. I'm on board with that. What else is coming out now? Now that Excadrill's gone. Ogre Pond. Okay. I like Rock Slide and Power Gem, quite honestly. I'll go for a Power Gem into the Ogre Pond here. And a Rock Slide across the board. Yeah, Ogre Pond could be pretty defensive. Ogre Pond has Spiky Shield. Okay, that's fine. All right, and Hariyama going crazy right now. Hariyama KOs Kilowattrel with Rock Slide. Okay. I've revealed the Power Gem. Hariyama hanging on by a hair right now. You love to see it. Gardevoir comes out. Okay. We see Gardevoir has Trace and Trace's Guts. Not Telepathy. Interesting. Okay. I will go for the Rock Slide again. And I think just going for a Dazzling Gleam here. Trying to pick up the KO on Gardevoir. I would hope Rock Slide into Dazzling Gleam takes it out or brings it pretty close. We'll see what happens. What do we got? We can go for the double spiky shield. I think I've got 2 more turns of Trick Room left. Oh, we do see Terra. Terra Grass from Gardevoir? Terra Grass from Gardevoir. Okay. So that'll help it out against the Gyarados in the back. Gardevoir goes for Protect. Okay. Ogerpon does get the double spiky shield. Okay. So Ogerpon is not able to spiky shield next turn, or very likely not able to. Okay, that is fine. So Hariyama is going to die to Flame Orb Burn. Okay. Going into Gyarados will give us the Intimidate off on Ogerpon, which I do like. And we still have the Sash intact on... Fluttermane as well. So I have 1 turn of Trick Room left. I will go for a Waterfall into you and pair that with a Dazzling Gleam. I'd imagine Ogerpon is still pretty quick. So Gyarados should underspeed it with the Trick Room up. -1 will go a long way. Gardevoir underspeeds. Okay, has Psyshock for Gyarados. Underspeeds Gira. Okay, good damage, good damage. Critical hit on Gardevoir. That is some especially defensive stuff. Wood Hammer from you. Okay. Okay, Twisted Dimensions return to normal as well. So Gyarados goes for the Protect. I did not see how much Dazzling Gleam did. I don't think it's going to be enough. I'll go for the Power Gem and Ogerpon here. I feel like Ogerpon would want to pick up the KO on Gyarados. Probably. We could swap Clefairy to like get the Friend Guard out and then bring the Intimidate back for that. That could have been another play. But I think for right now, protecting and going for that Power Gem. Okay, that's fine. That's fine as well. Yep, that is okay with me. Dazzling Gleam from Gardevoir comes off. All right, we're getting good information. Dazzling, Protect, Psyshock, Dazzling Gleam. Okay. Get a little bit of leftovers from Gary. Okay. Let's swap you into Clefairy. And I'll go for the Protect with Fluttermane here, because then we'll at least have Follow Me online. We can go for Dazzling Gleams with Fluttermane. Because we can eat a few more of those. Looks like Terra Dragon might not be bad here to help check the Ogerpon defensively with Clefairy. There's the Wood Hammer and a Clefairy. Yep. A little bit more damage there. And Psyshock. Okay, that's fair. Good plays. Good plays. Yeah, if I tear a dragon and go for the follow me, let's do that. And then I'll just go for the Dazzling Gleam here, because I can keep pulling everything from Ogerpon away. We've got Terra Dragon, so we're going to resist the Ivy Cudgel. We're going to resist the Wood Hammer. If Gardevoir goes for the Dazzling Gleam, like, great, you got me. But it's the slowest thing on the field, so we should still be able to chip it down. Ivy Cudgel into me. Does 27. Beautiful. Big Dazzling Gleam from me. All right. Fluttermane KOs Ogerpon with Dazzling Gleam. You Dazzling Gleam here, Gardevoir. You go for Side Shot. That should knock me out, right? Yep. All right. I think we've got this one in the bag. Snag another Intimidate here. Very strong start being able to get the Trick Room up in the face of Tailwind. So we'll just go for the Waterfall. Dazzling Gleam. Call it a day. Fluttermane and Hariyama really holding it down this match. So how can we... So I think I definitely want to try the... It's the final week. I don't have playoff contention. I definitely want to try the Simple Beam shenanigans. I definitely want to do that. Okay. Latios, Torterra. Clefairy. I don't hate Sash Fluttermane in the back. Let's try that this time around. It still doesn't know what item I have. Still does not know what item I have, which is fingers crossed that stays that way. Those are very bulky, obviously. Lot of investment. But I am turn one Simple Beaming into Shell Smashing and going from there. That's just how it goes. That's just how it goes. That's what I'm going to do. I mean, no Excadrill is not Sash either. I think is another thing that's important to know. I need to make sure I keep an eye on that one. Gardevoir's slow. We didn't see T-Tara or Mienshao come to the last game. So, could bring Sand this time. I don't know if he wants to bring Sand, though, now that I've got a pretty reliable way to get Trick Room up. Right? I don't know if he'd want to bring that. But I'm going to go for it. Let's see what we got going into game 2. I'm thirsty. Tyranitar Kilowattrel. Okay. Okay. Simple Beam into Torterra and Shell Smash. I like this setup. I think Tyranitar helped out in case of the Trick Room, if it is like room service. Kilowattrel is going to be faster than Latios. Terra's off rip. Okay. Goes into Terra Fairy T-Tar immediately. That's fine. I think that's fine, at least. Kilowattrel goes for Eerie Impulse. Drops my special attack. All right. Yup. We're here. Big Rock Slide from Torterra is going to go crazy right now. Ice Beam. Ooh. Ooh. Fire. Fire attack. Okay. I think I simply flip turn on Tyranitar and try to bring in Clefairy. Tailwind, Air Slash, Eerie Impulse. I think Rock Slide's the way to go. No damage on T-Tar, but we do knock out Kilowattrel. Torterra, KOs, Kilowattrel with Rock Slide. 30% chance flinch. Let's bring Clefairy in. There's the Ice Beam. Okay. Tyranitar, KOs, Torterra with Ice Beam. All right. Hey, we got the simple Shell Smash off. I'm fine with that. I am A-okay with that. Okay. Let's go on a Latios here because I want to get a Tailwind up. I don't even know if I should get a Tailwind up. I should have probably gone into... Huh. Because now the extra is a little bit of an issue. Okay. What else do you got? Gardevoir. Okay. Are you going to trace my friend guard? Okay, you got Levitate. Whew, we're good. Okay. Unfortunately for me, I cannot Draco anything here. So I'm going to go for an Icy Wind into a Tailwind. I cannot Draco a damn thing here. Clefairy is faster than everything? Oh, because the Tailwind, duh. Not Cloak on either of them. Tyranitar goes for Heavy Slam and Clefairy. Okay. Gardevoir goes for Trick Room as well. Damn. Got the double-double on me. Okay. Okay, I'm with it. Okay. I'm going to attempt to go for a Life Dew. And a Flip Turn into Tyranitar here. There's a Heavy Slam. Nope. Okay. All right. Oh, and then Sand's going to knock us out, isn't it? No, it's not. Oh. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. All right. I think it's a good time to... Because, like, Heavy Slam obviously comes out here, right? Heavy Slam obviously comes out here, right? Let's go for a Flip Turn into Gardevoir. And I'm going to attempt to go for a... One more turn of... This is the last turn of Sandstorm. Okay. I will Terra Water and go for a Dazzling Gleam and try to knock out these guys. Is that AV T-Tar? I feel like it'd have to be. I feel like it'd have to be. With Ice Beam and Heavy Slam? So we'll try to grab it. There's a heavy slam into me. I resist. Beautiful. Dazzling Gleam comes off from Gardevoir. Gardevoir KOs Latios. Fluttermane is going to pick up the T-Tar. Please no extra drill in the back. Please no extra drill in the back. Please no Excadrill in the back. Ogerpon. I don't know if that's better. Because my Tailwind is still up and they still have 2 turns of Trick Room left. So if I protect once, Tailwind goes away, but Trick Room stays up. So let's try that. Gardevoir has Psyshock. Yep, we knew that. And there's the Wood Hammer. Okay. All right, now I am faster. And as much as I would like to go for a Power Gem into Ogerpon, I feel like the Spiky Shield is the right play. Didn't do that. Psyshock's going to knock me out. Psyshock knocks me out anyways. Doesn't even matter. All right, going into game 3. Okay, so AV Terra Fairy Tyranitar. What do I have for that? I think we run back the same 4 as set 1. Flutter, Hariyama, Clefairy, and Gyarados. Hariyama, Fluttermane, Clefairy, Gyarados. Yep, run it back. I'm going to be so impressed by this Tyranitar set. That took nothing from a +4 Rock Slide. Should it have? Let me pull this up. 34 to 40 on like a standard type of VGC build. Tyranitar just thick. That's all it is. That's all it is. So we'll probably lose Fluttermane to like Heavy Slam and we'll probably lose Fluttermane to like Heavy Slam and Sand right off rip, right? It's off Ogerpon, Mienshao. Okay. So Mienshao has Inner Focus, so I can't touch that. I will fake out the Ogerpon and go for Trick Room here. If Mienshao has Inner Focus, I can't touch it. Ogerpon could Spiky Shield. Like, that's the optimal play, is to attack with the... or you fake out my Hariyama. But I think I can get Trick Room up here. Mienshao goes for fake out into me. Yep. Ogerpon goes for Play Rough into Hariyama. Okay. All right. That's okay with me. Because I'm going to swap you out for Clefairy. And go for the Power Gem into Ogerpon. So now we know the full set. Spiky Shield, 3 attack from Ogerpon. We saw the fake out on Mienshao. We should be able to keep everything pretty healthy with Clefairy with Life Dew. Both these things are super fast. 105 and 110 base speed, so we underspeed everything in Trick Room. We could also do some cycling with Fluttermane to bring Hariyama back in while going for Life Dew since Clefairy's so slow. Inshot goes for Fake Out again. I'll go over the Power Gem into Ogerpon here. Good damage. There's the Ivy Cudgel into Clefairy. Yep, okay, beautiful. I will go for the Life Dew here on everybody. And I will just rip a Dazzling Gleam here. Is Mienshao choiced? Or is it a misclick? I don't know. We'll find out. But I think Ogerpon could definitely protect here. I feel like you want to preserve that, so I'll Life Dew to bring Clefairy back up a little bit. Maybe trying to sack Mienshao? All right. Razzle Dazzle. Razzle Dazzle, I don't think it'll knock out Ogerpon by any means. Yeah, I don't think it'll knock it out. Nope, yeah. Brings Mienshao down to Sash. Yep, that's fine with me. Ogerpon goes for Ivy Cudgel. Into Fluttermane, brings me down to Sash. Fine by me. Mienshao goes for Coaching. Ooh, I like that. I like that. 2 turns of Trick Room left. I can potentially bring Fluttermane back from the brink here. With Life Dew and Dazzling Gleam. It should be okay. As long as there's no double protection shenanigans again. Ogerpon goes for Spiky Shield. To be expected, yep. Do we pick up the KO on Mienshao here? Alright, Clefairy's back up to full. Fluttermane's going to get a little bit of chunk back. Beautiful. Alright, what else you got in the back? I'd love to get Hariyama in for a Life Dew here, but I don't think that's the play. Tyranitar comes in, yep. Okay. I'm going to Terra Dragon follow me here. And go for the Dazzling Gleam. See, an Ice Beam and Heavy Slam come from T-Tar. A Terra Dragon, so I will take the Cudgel, the Wood Hammer. I won't take the Play Rough. I will take the Heavy Slam better from T-Tar. I don't know what he's got in the back besides that, though, because I think an Intimidate would be really nice from Gara here. I'd expect Tyranitar to Terra here, maybe. Does not Terra. Okay, so we'll get a good Dazzling Gleam off on this, actually. Rock Slide, maybe? Heavy Slam. Yep, okay. All right, so we'll get to know what the 4th Mon is. Just dimensions return to normal, unfortunately. All right, Gardevoir comes out. All right, and Gardevoir copied Friend Guard. That's unfortunate. Okay. So I am going to attempt to Life Dew here and swap Gyarados in. Get the Intimidate off on Tyranitar. Flutter Mane outspeeds everything outside of Trick Room, though, still, I'm pretty sure. I think it's a pretty slow Gardevoir. We're going to outspeed Tyranitar every time. So who do you Terra here is the question, I feel like. Dazzling Gleam. Oh, big damage on Clefairy. Heavy Slam into Gara. Beautiful. So the Life Dew will keep Clefairy in the game, actually. Which is great. All right, Gyarados fast and everything on that side of the field. I think I have to try to pull T-Tar's move away from Clefairy. I'm going to try to get a Dragon Dance off here. I'm going to try to get a Dragon Dance off. Tyranitar is -1. One of them has Totara, right? I'll protect with Clefairy and Dragon Dance with Gyarados. I'll be able to get a big hit off into Tyranitar there afterwards. We've seen Protect on the Gardevoir. Here's Terra. Yep, okay. So I think that works out better for us. Because if we can get through this turn, we can get a big hit off into Tyranitar. There's Dazzling Gleam. Clefairy is protected. Friend Guard is still in force. I'll take a little bit of damage. Yep. Oh, you have Thunderbolt. Oh my God. Oh, and the Sandstorm's going to knock me out. That's so tough. If only Leftovers would have done that first. Okay. Tyranitar KOs Gyarados with Thunderbolt. Huge, 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 huge. Okay. Let's go out into Flutter Mane. I will attempt to... I will not attempt to do anything here. I will attempt to Life Dew and Dazzling Gleam. But I think the Thunderbolt... Damn! Thunderbolt. Bolt Beam on T-Tar is amazing. Bolt Beam on T-Tar is amazing. I love that. I would have never guessed that. Not in a million years. That is such good prep. Yep. Gardevoir picks up the double KO here. All right. And now I have a 12 HP Hariyama left. Maybe I can get the double. No, wait, no, I underspeed everything. I'm thinking of Gyarados. Never mind. Never mind. I'm going to fake out the Gardevoir just because I can. And that's going to be game. That is going to be game. Damn, great set. Great set. I had so much fun with this match. I had a lot of fun. I think the AV Bolt Beam T-Tar is nuts. I love that set so much. Give me that fake out damage on guard bar. Yeah. Yeah. The friend guard coming online was great. There's Terror Blast. We know the full set on T-Tar now. GG's to Tone. That was a really, really fun set. Guys, if you have not checked out Tone's channel, link will be in the description along with the rest of the coaches. This has been such a fun season. I've got a lot of mixed feelings on VGC Draft League as a whole. It was my first experience in it, so maybe, who knows, next one will be a little bit better. But we're ending the season 1-7 right now. We took one. We took one. Listen, and we took a few sets to game 3. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this season. More Pokemon Draft League content coming your way. All that being said, I want to remind you guys to be great and do great, and I'll see you guys the next season. Later.